Hello, Bound Brook Crusaders, students and staff. This is Mr. Mormile coming to you from High School Room 3. I want to talk to you about this year's School Violence Awareness Week, which is always the third week in October. This week it falls on October 19th through the 23rd, and it's an opportunity for students and staff to be aware of different ways that we could remain safe in our Bound Brook schools. For this, I want to talk to our school's safety officer, Mr. Dom Longo, and I'm here in his office, and I'm going to ask him some questions for him to discuss. So here's Mr. Longo. Mr. Longo, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
My name is Dom Longo. I'm the school safety officer for the Bound Brook School District. I've been employed by the Bound Brook School District for approximately 10 years now. Prior to this, I was a security aide in the high school. I was also the head football coach for 9 of these past years. I'm still working with the football team right now. Prior to that, I was a New Jersey State Trooper, and I retired in 2010 after 25 years of service.
Awesome. Mr. Longo, what are some warning signs that students and teachers should be aware of regarding school violence?
Well, students and teachers should be aware of changes in any of their friends, any of their students' behavior. School violence isn't necessarily what you see on TV. It could be a fight in the cafeteria, someone pushing in the hallway. So you should be aware of your friends or people you know being a little agitated, a little aggressive, having problems at home. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be involved in school violence, but it might be a case where you'd want to tell somebody something like that would happen, whether it's to the principal or your teacher, someone else in the school, your counselor, or even to tell your parents when you got home that something just wasn't right with one of your friends or one of the other students.
Here's a scenario. Someone is outside and knocks on the door for a passing student to let him in. What should that student do?
Well, no time should a student let anybody in one of the side doors. The doors are locked for a reason, as that is to not let people come in. There's one way they should come in, and that's through the front door. We have people who open the front door and who are trained to make sure that that student is allowed into the school district or into the school building. We have visitors policy. It may be a friend, it may be a former student that's knocking on the door, but number one, the rules are that they're supposed to come through the front door, and that's where you should make them come through the front door or tell them through the window, go through the front door. And don't forget, we have a pretty strong discipline procedure here that if you're letting someone in through a side door, it could get you in trouble. And I think that's the best way to handle it. Just tell the person, go to the front door through the door, or tell a teacher that someone's knocking on the door.
Great. What is a good way for students to stay safe, positive, and healthy?
My main message would be to stay involved, whether it's through clubs, whether it's through joining sports. Someone who's active in the school district, there's so many clubs, so many sports to be involved in, and to get your other friends, to get other people involved, somebody new to the school district, somebody you just met. Tell them to come join a club with you. Tell them to come do something like Middle Earth after school. Get them involved so they feel a part of the school district, so they feel that they're your friend and that they can be included in all your activities. And it's always great to make new friends too.
Great. Finally, last question, anything to add for students and teachers to be aware of?
Well, from my perspective, one of my most important jobs is to design all our safety drills. So my one thing would be, I wish that the students and the staff take these drills seriously. We don't have any threats to the actual school district that we're working on or anything like that, but it's always best to be prepared. So when we do these drills, whether it's a fire drill or whether it's a shelter in place, we ask that you take it seriously and basically listen to what the teachers are telling you.
Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Longo.